Hello students, we are here discuss abstract algebra for 4th semester students, BSc and BA 4th semester students. Basically, we know that the algebra starts from group theory and leads with the ring theory. Uh, Five properties of group theory. Initially, we have to discuss closure, associativity, identity, and inverse axioms, including fifth property, which is also called abelian group. But here we discuss cosets and order of a group and theorem, Lagrange's theorem, and one more theorem in this topic. We have to discuss one by one this paper. So we have cosets, as we know that G is a group and H is a subgroup. A be any point of G, then the set HA equal to HA. As we see that A is written in right side, so this is called right coset of H in G generated by A. Similarly, if A is written in left side of H, then it is called left coset of H in G generated by A. And we know that E is the identity element. If E belongs to G is the identity and E belongs to H is also the identity for H, because H is a subgroup of G. Then we uh, say A is equal to AE. Multiplication of identity gives again the element. So we have A equal to AE belongs to AH, called the left coset of the left coset, and A equal to EA equal to HA is also called right coset of H in G. In additive composition, similarly we can discuss it on additive composition. H plus A equal to H plus A, H belongs to H, is the right coset of H, and G similarly A plus H equal to A plus H, H belongs to this subgroup of H, left coset of H in G generated by A. Now we have a theorem. This is very important theorem of cosets. Right or left cosets of a subgroup are either disjoint or identical. Right or left cosets of a subgroup are either disjoint or identical. Either disjoint or identical. Let H is a subgroup of G and let HA and HB are two right cosets of, this is important line, right cosets of H in G. Suppose HA and HB are not disjoint, then there exists at least one element, say C. If C belongs to this right coset of A and right coset of B, then C equal to, we have to consider H1A, this is also right coset, and C equal to H2B. Now we have H1 H2 belongs to H, then H1A equal to H2B. Or if we take the inverse of this H1, H1 inverse A, H1 inverse into H1A equal to H1 inverse H2 equal to B. This gives the multiplication of H1 and H1 inverse by the G4 property of a group, EA equal to H1 inverse H2 B, or this gives A equal to, because EA equal to A, then this gives A equal to H1 inverse H2 equal to B. We have H is a subgroup, therefore H1 inverse H2 belongs to H. Let H1 inverse H2 equal to H3, then we can put the value of H3 in place of H1 inverse H2 as A equal to H3B, and we have taken H with A and H H3B written as. So we have H H3B equal to HB. Therefore, the right coset are identical if they are not disjoint. Thus, either HA and HB are empty or HA equal to HB. So similarly, we can find again if the coset is left side, left coset, then AH intersection BH equal to phi or AH equal to BH. Now we have important theorem, Lagrange's theorem. The order of each subgroup of a finite group is a divisor of the order of the group. For the proof of this theorem, let G be a finite order of n. Order of G is n. Let H be a subgroup of G and order of H is M. H is a subgroup of G. So we have order of H equal to M. Now suppose H1, H2 and Hm are M members of H. Let A belongs to G. Then HA is a right coset of H in G and we have HA is written as H1A, H2A and so on HMA. HA has M distinct members since HIA equal to HJA. This implies HI equal to HJ. Therefore, each right coset of H in G has M distinct members. Any two distinct right cosets of H in G are disjoint, as we know from the last result. Since G is finite group, the number of distinct right cosets of H in G will be finite, say equal to P. If we consider P is the member, any number of the distinct right cosets of H. The union of these P distinct right cosets of H in G is equal to G. Therefore, HA, HA1, HA2 and HAP are P distinct right cosets of H in G. Then G is written as the union of these members HA1 union, HA2 union and so on HAP. Therefore, the number of elements in G equal to the number of elements in HA1, the number of elements in HA2 plus the number of elements in HAP. So the order of G is given as PM. This implies order of G is n, therefore n equal to PM. Now we can write the P is n over m is a divisor of n. So we have seen that P is divisor of n. Then order of H is a divisor of order of G. This is the theorem, hence the theorem. This is very important theorem. So student can learn easily one by one and stepwise with the help of this result. Now we have order of the product of two subgroups of a finite order. An important theorem, let H and K be finite subgroups of a group G, then order of H and K. H is a subgroup, K is a subgroup. So order of the product of these two subgroups is given as order of H, order of K over divided by order of H intersection K. HK, now we have proved HK is a subset of G. It is not necessary that it will be a subgroup of G. By order of HK, we mean that the number of distinct elements in HK, we have seen in last theorem, we mean the number of distinct elements in HK. Let D equal to H intersection K. D is a subgroup of G and D is subset of K. Therefore, D is a subgroup of K. Since K is finite, therefore the number of distinct right cosets in right coset decomposition of K with respect to D is finite. Let it be M. By Lagrange's theorem, we have M equal to order of K over order of D. If dk1, dk2 and dkm are distinct right cosets of D in K, then K is written as dk1 union dk2 and so on dkm. So the summation of union of dki is given for k. Observe that k1, k2 and km are some distinct elements in k. Now hk, product of these two groups, is given as h times of union of dki. This gives union of h dki equal to union of h ki. As we know that d is subset of h, because the by the right decomposition of k with respect to d is finite. hd equal to h. This implies we have hk1 union hk2 union and so on hkm. Now we have to show hk1, hk2 and so on hkm are pairwise distinct. For this we have hki equal to hkj. This implies ki and kj belongs to h. This means ki kj belongs to h intersection k. Ki kj belongs to d. This implies d times of ki equal to d times of kj. So this gives ki equal to kj. dki, dkm and so on dkm are distinct cosets. So we have ki equal to kj. Therefore hki, hk2 and so on hk1, hk2 and so on hkm are distinct right cosets. So they are pairwise disjoint also. The number of elements in each of them is equal to order of subgroup H. The number of elements in H. Therefore, from 1 we conclude that the number of elements in Hk is equal to m into order of H. Order of Hk equal to m into order of H equal to order of k into order of H divided by order of D. Order of k divided by order of D is given by m. So we have seen that the order of H into order of k is divided by order of H intersection k. Thank you.